After the massive success of Jurassic Park in 1993, a sequel was surely going to happen for the franchise. Jurassic Park was an iconic film with a number of memorable scenes and lines. Now, 4 years after Jurassic Park was released, The Lost World came out. While the film had mixed reviews, I thought the movie was pretty solid all around. It had good characters, an interesting storyline, and a number of fun and memorable action scenes. Let's face it, following up a massive hit like Jurassic Park, it's never going to be an easy feat, but The Lost World manages, I thought, to beat Jurassic Park in a number of ways. For one, the movie, it introduced more dinosaurs and doesn't rely solely on the T-Rex for its scares. Now, most notably in the film, it introduced the velociraptors and created some pretty engaging scenes around them, hunting and slaughtering their prey. Now, we also saw what I thought was the best action scene of the franchise to date, and this is when Sarah, played by Julianne Moore, and Nick, played by Vince Vaughn, decided to try and fix a baby T-Rex with a broken leg. They take it to an armored camper van, and soon the infant's parents come and start pushing the camper over the side of a cliff. It's an action scene really well done and also very memorable too. I'm sure most who are watching this and who haven't seen the movie in a while definitely remember this scene. Now, in addition to this, we get good characters once again. Jeff Goldblum, he's back as Malcolm. He's the main character this time in the movie. Julianne Moore plays Malcolm's girlfriend and also is a paleontologist. I don't love Julianne Moore as an actress, but I did think she played this part pretty well in the movie. One actor that's a bit strange to see now is Vince Vaughn. I definitely didn't think that at the time watching this movie, but I think this was his first big role in a Hollywood film. I could be wrong about this, and this is what essentially launched his career. Of course, Vince Vaughn has kind of that same personality and presence a lot of times we see in his movies, especially comedies, and he came across much more differently in this, and not in a bad way. I'm not knocking him in any way. I'm just saying he really has a lot of movies with that same sense of humor, that same kind of charisma. I do know that he has made some films. I think he was in True Detective where he was, a little bit more hardened. And I think his acting range is a lot better than he does for a lot of his movies. Now, probably the one thing I need to critique in this movie is the ending. It just seems like they were looking for any excuse to have a T-Rex run through the city streets. If you recall, the guy ends up shooting a dart, tranquilizing a T-Rex, and essentially they bring it back to San Diego. And much of this felt forced. It felt rushed. They did this scene all over about 25 minutes. And I think they should have moved this storyline to the third film, which definitely I'll be reviewing here pretty soon. It was definitely a big step down. But bringing the T-Rex back was, it wasn't terrible, but I would have just preferred to see the movie wrap up on the island with a different ending. In sum, The Lost World was a pretty good sequel. It doesn't resonate the way other sequels have in terms of following massive hits. It wasn't The Empire Strikes Back, Godfather 2, or Aliens, but it's certainly better than many other sequels that we've seen to massive hits. The movie's is entertaining today, and I think the CGI still looks pretty good. Check out or rewatch this movie if you haven't seen it in a while. Let me know any thoughts or comments. Appreciate it.